Hi there, my name's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm doing some gel printing with my 8x10 gel plate. I'm testing out some new stencils that I've made, including these two. This is Fern 1 and Fern 2. So I'm actually using the mask part of the stencil here. And I'm printing it on some translucent paper. I believe this is wet strength tissue paper. Here I'm burnishing that paper down really well with my hands into all the little crevices to make sure that I get a good impression. And pulling the print. Taking off the masks, and then I'll print the ghost print on a piece of found paper. This is some kind of legend paper that I've had in my stash for quite a while. This is a great print. It'll be great for collage. Here I am using that same green again. It's Hooker's Green from Liquitex Basics. Most of the paints I use are from Liquitex Basics. I'm rolling out a nice even coat. And then I'm going to use the stencil part of this design. So these are Ferns 1 and 2. I'm really just testing out my new stencil designs. A lot of these designs are available in my shop as SVG files. The link is in the description below. So I'm going to pick that up with a really thin piece of paper. I believe this is wet strength tissue paper. I'm using my fingers to really get into the crevices there to make sure I get a good impression. This is great for really detailed stencils like this. And also you can see right through the paper, which is really actually quite handy. Taking off the stencils. And I'm going to print it on a pre-printed piece of paper. I think this is just cardstock. Okay, I'm using, I think it's Liquitex parchment. I think I'm just going to do a pickup print here because there is some paint still left on the plate. So I'm rolling out a nice even layer. And putting a piece of cardstock over top to pick up that print. Burnishing it really well with my hands. And pulling up the print. This is a great way to get like an outline. It's a more subtle print than other prints. Alright, here I think I'm using Hooker's Green from Liquitex with Mars Black from Winsor & Newton Galleria. That is the one that I do kind of insist on using a different brand for. So I'm swirling my brayer around to mix the paint up really well. That way it will mix together rather than the mottled effect. And rolling it out nice and thin. This one turns out to be a great color. The stencil I'm using is Circle of Ferns. This is also available on my website. The link is below. These are available as digital stencil files, meaning that you can purchase the file, download it yourself, and cut it on your own cutting machine, like a Silhouette or a Cameo cutting machine. Doing it this way means that you can cut your stencils out of your own choice of material, and also you can decide on your own size. And it's also an instant download, so there's no waiting for shipping or anything like that. So here I'm pulling off the mask, and I'm going to pick that up with a spare sheet of paper that already has some brown paint already on it. And pulling up that print. This is a great neutral print. I really like that one, even though it's not in my usual colorways. Alright, I think there's still a bit of a ghost print on the plate there. So I'm going to pick that up with some parchment from Liquitex. And this is a piece of rice paper, I believe. Look at that. That'll be really great for collage. Okay, more parchment paint. Really liking that color today. That's a great neutral. I like it every day. Circle of Ferns again. Printing on a piece of wet strength tissue paper. Burnishing to get into all those little tiny holes. The wet strength tissue paper is really great for collage because it virtually disappears when you collage it in. So that'll be great. And then taking off the stencil, I'll print the ghost print. Another piece of wet strength tissue paper. If you're interested in some of the stencils I have, I do have actually a free stencil below, so you can click that link and get a sample stencil to see how it works. And pulling that print. Nice.